Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. While you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to give some basic information for yourself to develop a very clear, good spiritual foundation. So sometimes you may think there are too many informations because there are some meditation techniques, some schools, they don't have this verbal conversation. And sometimes there are deep silence practice. And so that kind of students may think, why this too much information, too much talking? So too many information, there is one reason for that. Most of people don't know what to do when it comes to meditation. Most of people don't know how to practice meditation. They can't get into the exactly very clear method. So giving too many informations help you to make the clear understanding. And at the same time, the very deeper purpose of this all, make your practice simple, not practice complicated. So if there are no informations, but if the practice complicated, then it's not going to work for you. But if there are too many informations, if out of that all, if your practice becomes simple, it will help for you. So that's why our purpose is not to make your practice complicated. So this whole information, it's not going to take you to your practice. What our practice? Focus your mind to your inhalation, exhalation. So, but when it comes to that moment of focus, if you know about it, if you know the background, And if you know the technique clearly, and if you know how it works and why it is, and when the disturbances come, if you know what it is and how to deal with that, so that all make your practice simple. So that's why always remember, it is your responsibility. Day by day, make your practice simple. And while you practice, look into yourself. Is it become more complicated or is it become more simple now? So if it is become complicated, your practice is wrong. What you're listening to, what you're hearing is wrong. But if it is become more simple, day by day, become, you start to see. So that's mean what you're hearing, what you practice is work for you. So with that, we're going to talk today about this doubt. So the doubt is a kind of like a hindrance that we all have. And when it comes to the doubt, and we can't resist it, and what the doubt does, so the doubt always close us, tight us. When you have the doubt, it shrinks you, your mind. So with the doubt, you can't go deeper into yourself. So then here, not about the doubt regarding the Buddha, Dhamma, the Sangha, or anything like that way. So if you have that kind of things, then you're not going to practice about this anything. But when it comes to more deeper, the meditation practice, so that doubt regarding the outside things, keep away. Because that will help you to more and more look into it. But within yourself, when you have the self-doubt, that is very difficult for you to overcome if you don't know how to deal with it. So then the self-doubt always comes as a result of, one is the habitual pattern. Your mind has a habit to have this self-doubt. Whatever come to your mind, whatever come to you, whatever the feelings yourself, you can't recognize, you can't channel your own mind, your own brain, you can't channel your own heart, you can't channel your own life. And that is one thing. And then once you have that kind of doubt, what happens? You start to depend on outside things. And another thing, this doubt happen, it always tangle with something from the past or the future, past or the future. So then how you can develop this self-confidence and get out of this self-doubt? So the self-doubt happens when you get out of the path. So what is the path here? It's not what the Buddha taught. That is Dharma, that's for teaching, that's for knowledge. But when you practice yourself, what is the doubt? What is the path that you carry within yourself? So that is the present moment Whatever you experience is your path. In that very present moment of feelings is your path. Your recognition in that very moment is your path. So what is then out of the path means? The doubt brings because you are out of the path. So just imagine in that very moment you are sitting and try to practice meditation. And regarding the meditation, or maybe something else, there is a doubt can come when you are now physically interfering with something that's been to practice meditation, but the mind is start to go somewhere. So that is the beginning of doubt. And so another way, if you can tune to whatever the moment of action, so in that very moment, there is no doubt. But one should detach from the moment of action. Once the mind go away, and by the time what happens, the doubt arises. So then sometimes we try to feel this doubt from information. It doesn't work. For a certain level, it will help for us in this conventional life. But in spiritual practice, doubt not going to help that you can't get out by informations. So the very first step that you have to remember that we have the behavior when we have a doubt while we practice, we kind of like try to resist it. We think, oh, doubt is not good. And when the doubt arises in us, unclarity arises in us, we feel uncomfortable about it. That uncomfort, that discomfort, the one reason is the idea about the doubt is sometimes wrong. So that makes us more and more and more uncomfortable. So then what you need to do, the very first thing, to handle the doubt, be comfortable with uncomfort. So the very first thing, be comfortable with the doubt. Don't try to push it away. Let it be. But at the same time, because if you start to become uncomfortable and try to push it away, more and more and more, the doubt becomes stronger. Because you are work because of the doubt, and then the doubt start to kind of like bounce back, subattach. It's kind of like a boomerang. It's start to come back to you. So then let it be. What you need to do, you are not going to address to the doubt. You are not going to address to the discomfort or the uncomfort. You just allow it to be. Any uncomfort, it's okay for you. Especially practicing meditation, especially in the conventional life, in this ordinary world, everything uncomfortable. So let it be. Don't try to mesmerize your mind with the illusion of comfort. There is nothing comfortable. Everything end of this all, you gain only discomfort. Everything. You may get married, you go to school, you get a job, and you go to university, you get a degree, you fall in love, and you get married, and you have children, you have partners, and you go to dancing, you go to party, and you go to events, you go to retreats. That's everything. End of this all, what you gain? Even you get a comfort, end of that comfort, what will happen? You get uncomfortable because it's not going to be there with you anymore. Does everything get away? So we keep, continue again and again. We repeat. Why? We try to recover. We try to, recharge ourselves. When that uncomfortable situations come, we again look for some kind of comfort. But when the day you say any uncomfortable things okay for me, that is the day you're done with this world. But otherwise you keep doing. But it needs to come with the deeper clarity and understanding. So what you need to do when any uncomfortable situation arises or any doubt arises? So the very first thing, get into the path. So what is the path? Present moment. So be mindful with the present moment. So in that very moment, if the sensation, feelings, your bodily posture, or whatever the thoughts keep going, so you see it and you just be with it. So the doubt always take us to kind of like to a place not to trust anything. That's the very nature of the doubt. But what happens once you become mindful with the present moment, you start to build up the trust within that very moment. So then you feel comfortable with it. Because always the doubt brings the discomfort. But now that trust brings the comfort. Before, pushing the discomfort, we were trying to find the comfort. But now it's not like that. The comfort arises within the trust. So that is totally different. So it arises when you become mindful. So in another way, it's called yoniso manasikara. So being in the moment, so you tune into the kind of like direct perception and clarity with the moment. This yoni so explained in many places. Yoni is a kind of like the place that you born. It's kind of like it's called, another way it's called the womb. So the mother's womb, the beginning point. So your life beginning point is here, right now, right here, your present moment. You be there, you be in that very moment. Just imagine you come to the mother's womb. Then you gain the life there. But just imagine if your consciousness cannot have a womb, that the womb to get in, how are you going to appear? So for your mind, your present moment is kind of like the birthplace for you, for your wisdom, for your comfort. But most of time, we look the life detached from the present moment. So that's why it is a kind of like an illusion or the mirage, or kind of like always bring us unsatisfaction. But now it's not like that. When you become mindful in the present moment, is deeply rooted with the trust. And not only that, there are many other things that start to happen in you, because the very nature of the doubt, remember, discomfort, it's like a string you like a spider, and take all the legs together. So like, now what happens? When the thrust arises there, that is where you start to become open, deeply in your mind, when you are in the present moment. So that is your path, that is your boon, that is your birthplace, that's your gender, not the man or the woman or child or the elder or the rich or the poor or the city or the forest. Not that. You mindful, in that mindfulness, that everything disappear. You come to the path. That is where you give a new birth to you, because our mind always, with the social divisions, we go with the comparison. And that allow us to, in daylight, we destroy everything based with the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And the daylight now, in front of everybody, you can stealing, and it's a kind of like a strategy for the marketing, and no problem, you stealing from people, and even the very famous bigger banks, and stealing from people. And it's kind of like, it's normal now. And killing people, daylight, it's normal. And some people say, oh, it should happen. Oh, we were waiting for that. That's how it is. So why? Why? Because our life depends on this social divisions. We take that life is like that. For country, behalf of the country, you can do any kind of nasty things, and people appreciate that. And for behalf of the religion, you can destroy humanity. People appreciate that. Why? Because we are depend on these divisions. But when you become mindful, that everything go away. You give a new birth to you. Anymore, you are not a man or woman. Anymore, you are not rich or poor. Anymore, you are not belong to any religion. Anymore, you are not belong to any nations. You are become just pure consciousness. That's your new, that is where you belong. These are the everything put on you, and you have no idea about this anything. But you keep going in that way. And you also sometimes get mesmerized. Oh, this is our nation. Oh, whoever come against us, go and kill. And this is our religion. Whoever, criticize us, go and kill. No, don't allow them to be like that. So like that is how we experience things. But when you become conscious that anything is not there, why? Because when the doubt disappears, when the mind become mindful, and when it arises with the trust, once you open, what happens? The very clearly you start to see what is wholesome and what is unwholesome. What is profitable and what is unprofitable. You get out of that all the names and the conditions and all the titles and all the social validations, this everything, you get out of it. You start to recognize things. What is wholesome? What is unwholesome? What is profitable? What is unprofitable? So in that way, you start your journey with that. So that openness take you to another level. It is start to tune you to different channel. Because the thing is, in this conventional life, in this social life that we go with the name of the social validations, what happens? It make you numb. It make you close. You are not open to other things. Religion, nations, economy, culture, family, traditions, this all, what it does, it make you close. And then what happened? It make you numb. You don't feel. So that's why you can't feel somebody. Why? Because from your religion, from your culture, from the idea of nation, and you become kind of like a zombie. You numb. You don't feel. And then that's why you can kill anybody, whoever not belong to your nation or your religion. And that's why sometimes behalf of the God, they can destroy people. So you can't feel. But now what happened? When you become mindful, you become open. That openness will start to channel you to a different kind of frequency. It gives feelings. You start to feel. So you start to feel within yourself first, and it start to take you to deeper, deeper, deeper. And that's why even in the foundation, one of the meditation is contemplate on the sensation or the feelings. It's a different understanding. And that feelings itself not going to mesmerize you, because sometimes feeling can ignite you, your emotions, and that emotions can mesmerize you. But this is not like that, because then when you become mindful, when you become more and more and more open, you start to feel more deeply, deeply, deeply. That deeper feelings start to take you to recognize. That means you start to see. And that seeing, that recognition, take you to active deeper your sensitivity. And that sensitivity is not a kind of like the base with this physical body. That sensitivity is based with your perception. And you become very sensitive with what you perceive. But when it comes to sensitivity, it's kind of like we think, oh, what we feel. Oh, no, 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 no. With you see something. Because sometimes you see someone in pain. If you are not sensitive, you don't see that. You see, oh, it's a man, oh, it's a woman, oh, it's look like very dangerous, or it's look like this or that. Like that. But now it's not like. It's more deeply, when you hear something, when you have the sensitivity, that what you hear, you go beyond the words. You get the very deeper meaning of that word, from where it comes. You can see that. The smell the same. The taste the same. Because as you know, nowadays, most of the tasteful things come with poisons. So that's why whatever, when we eat, we feel so good, and but it kills us. Huh? But when you have the sensitivity, and you start to recognize that. So you can do something like, what if you drink tea or coffee? So start to not to drink tea or coffee for 1 week. You can practice it. You can see it. So you don't drink it for 1 week, 7 days. And then after that, so if you used to drink with a lot of sugar, a lot of cream, with a lot of milk, or a lot of adding, whatever. So this is, so, and it feel good, you need a lot of cream, a lot of sugar, it feel good, no doubt about it. But you don't drink now, and then after 7 days, you take the coffee or the tea or whatever. Even if you used to drink soda, you take just a plain cup of water, glass of water. And now, rather than adding the sugar or cream or milk, now you add mindfulness. You completely become mindful and drink. And now you are open, you feel, you recognize, you see, and you are more sensitive to that. And when it touches your tongue, you start to feel something. And then you recognize this. The very pure coffee or the tea or even just a glass of water has a different kind of taste that you never knew. So that is how the sensitivity can open. So it comes out of the mindfulness. And the feelings the same. So feelings the same. And you may used to touch people. Feelings here, when it comes to perception, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, the body means here connecting with people. Okay. So we have deeper bond, being close to, being hugging and connecting with keep touching with people. That is the body, the food for this body. We get nourished out of it from the birth. From the birth, if you keep the child away from the parents, and that child may die. And if that child don't have any human touch from very birth to few days, mostly that child can die. So that's why right away it give to the mother, because that feelings nourish the baby body. So still, most of time when the baby is born in Eastern countries, and the parents always touch this baby, keep touching all the hands, legs, and putting some oils or cream or something. Even without that, always keep rubbing, because it helps to get nourished. So the human body the same. That's the way. Even you are become adult, And sometimes that the human touch make you feel difference. And sometimes when you don't have that human touch, you go nuts, you go crazy. You know, people go crazy. So then in the conventional life, you have to understand that. But the thing is, maybe you used to touch many people. It doesn't make any sense. But if you become mindful, and with that mindfulness, if you touch with your one finger, if anybody, it's kind of like a spark, current. And that feeling sometimes can mesmerize that person. That feelings deeply start to awake that person. You have to 100% become used to be mindful to do that, because some kind of tantra, they use that. They don't touch people like that way. When they touch the person, they completely become mindful, and they don't rub, with the whole hand. Sometimes they become mindful and they channel, and they completely have the awareness, tranquility state, and focus their mind with one finger. And when they keep that finger to other person, and sometimes birth by birth, this person keep attached to that sensation. So how it happened like that? Because the sensitivity, that is strong. So that's why if you become mindful and touch another person, you can heal that person. So that all the healings, pranic healing, and many other healing methods, that is what mostly they does. An Eastern Ayurvedic system to cure this body sometimes. And when they go to the doctor, they examine the body, touching the body. And in the acupuncture also, from the beginning, before they used to needles, they used to touch and acupressure. So that's how they used to cure the people. This human body, one of the great medicine for this human body is human touch. But that touch should be mindful. So then in your conventional life, remember that. And don't touch anybody without mindfulness. It can become poison. It can become harm. But at the same time, if you become mindful and touch a person, it can become the medicine. So, and the mind, next one. So whatever thoughts arise to you, it arises from you, it's you, not from outside world. Maybe whatever that we see from the outside ignite that our inner deeper cankers, the very deeper roots that we carry from the eons by eons, eons by eons through this samsaric journey. So that everything that what you experience coming from inside you. When you become sensitive, when you become open, when you more feel, when you more recognize, when you are capable to see, when you more sensitive, what happened when the thought arises from you, you start to see that deeper roots. And even you can see the karma, your own previous karmas, why these kind of thoughts come to you. Even any incident happen, you start to recognize why this happened to you. You recognize from where it comes. So you can see your own history. There's no puzzle then. So the doubt, it closes you. That's why whatever happened to you, you don't know. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know why it happened to me. Always doubt. Because when you become close, it take you to close, everything close. Then dark, only darkness. But now it's open, everything open. What you see, hear, smell, taste, feel, and thoughts. Whatever thoughts arise, when you become clearly open, you know from where it comes. And sometimes you know why it comes to you like that. And then you are capable to see your own past. And when something happened outside, you know why it happened like that. Then there's no doubt about it. Then you have the clarity. When you hear something, you know why you hear that. Then there is no doubt about it, or you don't go behind it and ask why I hear like that. So like that, whatever thoughts in you, remember the very epicenter of that all thoughts, the beginning point or the roots is inside you, not outside. Don't blame to outside, don't fight with outside, don't struggle with outside, don't point out your fingers to outside. It's all come from inside. So now you are capable to see it. And that is where you gain more and more and more clarity. So out of seeing this all, you recognize, finally, what? Finally, you recognize this all happened according to the cause and effect. There is no permanent, unchangeable reason for these things. You recognize when something happened, you recognize why it happened. Okay, there is a previous reason for that and previous reason for that. So that means you start to recognize causation. You start to see this everything clearly, like from beginning to end, that kind of like a movie that you see without becoming a part of it. So that is where you are capable to edit it. That is where you are capable to change this all happening inside you. Because you know anything that what you experience is not permanent. And this everything changed. So then in the moment whatever arises in you, you are capable to take a very conscious decision about it. Now you can take it. Why? Because you are mindful. You are more open. You feel more deeply without become biased to your emotions. And you are recognize this everything. And your sensitivity is more channeled with the wisdom rather than desire. So in that way, you start to see things from different angle. So that is where your wisdom become more and more and more comfortable for you. And that comfort make things more simple, not complicated. So that's how your practice become more and simple. And then itself, the life is not going to become a puzzle. Life is not going to become anymore a game. Life is not anymore kind of like a problem. Life is not a kind of like something difficult. Life itself become more and more simple to yourself. And with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand neck, head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So now remember, your birthplace is, your path is your moment of recognition. So you bring your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area and observe the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. So take a moment and think, this is in this very moment, to practice this ancient meditation techniques. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. So when it happens to the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. downward, your right side, and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata-cha-me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva-numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta-numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta-numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma-nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjisami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.